So next I will be discussing the SWOT analysis for the compliance side of my internship. So I will start off with the strengths. The strengths of this compliance internship was that it was honestly the first true work experience that I've had as a Division I athlete and student. It was almost impossible for me to hold an internship or a job throughout my time in undergrad. So this is the first time that I've really been able to dive into an internship. So that was a major strength. I also learned a great deal about compliance in general and what it takes to be a compliance officer, and just being within that day-to-day sort of feel with compliance, it really helped me get a feel of how I would like it or dislike it in the future. So that was another big strength. I also learned how to navigate the Jump Forward database, and this database is what APU uses for all student athlete records, transcripts, official visit forms, anything that you name from athletics goes through Jump Forward. So being able to learn how to navigate that was a huge strength, and it's something that I'm very happy that I learned because it has helped me so much as a coach and as a compliance person. So that was very beneficial. And then I was also trusted with highly confidential and sensitive information. And so I took that as a strength because that shows that I was trusted and I was responsible to sort of handle those sort of documents. And then the last biggest strength was just SOB, this Student Athletic Advisory Board. I was able to sort of run that and be in charge of that. So that was really fun and exciting because I've never really done anything like that. As for the weaknesses, when I first began this internship with Shelby, I did not have a whole lot of hands-on experience. Whenever I sort of met with Shelby in the beginning, we would spend a lot of time just sort of sitting in her office, going through handbooks, talking about different aspects of athletic administration. We just talked a lot, and there wasn't a lot of hands-on doing. But at the same time, I think this weakness is also a strength because after Shelby left and I began working with Callie, I sort of knew the basics of compliance a lot better than I would have if I just would have sort of dove straight in. So I'm grateful for that experience, but I kind of wish I could have worked all the way through from start to finish. Like I just mentioned, I had to learn everything from the ground up. I had absolutely zero knowledge about compliance besides what I had to go through as an athlete. So sort of learning everything from the very beginning was a little difficult, but again, something that I truly, truly appreciated. As for the opportunities, I already mentioned this in the strength, but just leading that SOB committee, it was just a ton of fun, and I'm happy that I'm still on board with it through the rest of the semester. I really enjoy the group, and I really enjoy helping them out in any way that I can. Also, in November, I worked quite a few student advising days. Again, I felt very honored with this opportunity because I have no experience in academic advising, but I was given the opportunity to advise student athletes, look over their schedules with them, see what they should or shouldn't take, whether or not they were in season. All of those sort of aspects kind of went into it. So I was very grateful for that opportunity because I also have sort of a soft spot for athletic advising. And so I was really grateful that I got to experience that as well during my compliance internship. As for threats, I think the biggest one was just self-doubt. As I mentioned in the beginning, I didn't ever really have any work experience prior to this. I know who I am as a student and as an athlete and as a coach and those types of things, but I always sort of doubted myself I just didn't know if I would be able to hop into this sort of position. And so that was a sort of a threat to myself, but I'm happy that I worked through that. And then the other threat from this experience, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really had a great time with it, but I also learned that compliance is something that I want to get into later on in life. It's not necessarily a career that I'm ready to jump into immediately. So that is my SWOT analysis for the compliance side of my internship.